Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, there was a video that I had just saw on Fox News, and I thought this video was quite interesting. Now, I remember about 3 years ago, and what the climate was, it was around the time of George Floyd. A lot of black people was angry. A lot of black people was upset. And a lot of them wanted Trump out of office. They looked at Trump as the, spawn of Satan and a fascist, racist, and everything else, and how they looked at him. And you couldn't have told nobody that the video I'm about to show you here would even be made with black people speaking about Trump in the way they're going to speak about him. Now, let me go ahead and play this clip. It's from Fox News, and I was like, wow, really? I just thought that was quite interesting. And I know the Boule and the Democrats, they don't like these kind of videos. They're about to show you. Let's go ahead and roll that.
How's Joe Biden doing?
He's too old. Sorry. But everybody elected him, so that's y'all fault.
He's sitting there lying to people.
He's the worst president that we ever had.
Joe Biden, please go back to Delaware because New York City, you have no idea what we need.
He's a slimy mother. He take you out to lunch and stick the fork up your ass right after.
Who do you want to win the 2024 election, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump. I want Donald Trump.
Trump.
That happens to be me, in case you forget.
When he was in, it was no crime. Crime was down.
Uncle Donald. No cap. That's a nice guy.
Trump is straight up and down, like 6 o'clock. At least I know what I get when it comes to him.
I was more comfortable with Donald Trump in office.
I'm not voting for Joe Biden.
And you ain't black.
Trump, that's right, I said it. That's right, I said it.
What do you like about Donald Trump?
He don't bull. He don't care. I like that.
Trump was giving back people money.
I said earlier, you go from the time of George Floyd when black people was upset, a lot of people saying they got to get that Trump out. Now they want Trump back. The same people that wanted Trump out want Trump back. A lot of black people are saying, hey, man, look, I don't agree with everything Trump be saying, but, bro, I had money during Trump. You know how many black people are actually saying that? A lot. And there's a lot of black people that are saying, you know what, bro, I'm going to vote for Trump because I need my money. And it's not that they like Trump because they like him. They like the fact of what comes along with him was their money. We live in a society now when Biden came in. Remember, Biden said that he was a lot better than Trump. He was going to save the soul of America. He was going to, unite everybody because everybody was divided. And look at America now. Trump has been out. And America's more divided now than what it was when Trump was in office. Then you have to think why these black people in New York are saying this. The migrant crisis. This migrant crisis is on Joe Biden and the Democrat Party. They're bringing all these migrants to New York, to Chicago, to few in Washington, D.C., not that many. But definitely New York and Chicago, where a lot of black Americans are at. Now the migrant crisis is even affecting white Americans as well. It's like the other day they was upset about the school where the kids were taken out the school so the migrants could be in there. Now, you have a winter storm coming, and the winter storm is going to hit Chicago and New York and all of that. So if they took your kids out the school for the rain event, you better believe they're going to be putting them somewhere during this winter storm that's coming, this Arctic blast that's coming that's going to hit the majority, of the country, or even all the way down here in Texas is going to hit. So they made the kids do remote learning for the migrants. That is making people upset. Even hardcore Democrats are now starting to say, okay, man, all right, hold on, bro. Listen, I'm cool with immigration and all of that. Yeah, I believe in sanctuary, but man, this is going too far. This is not sustainable. You're having a lot of Democrats saying that this is not sustainable anymore. And Biden do not care about what's sustainable or not. He is literally flooding your cities with migrants. He is spending your tax dollars on migrants. He don't care if you don't like it. He don't care what you say. He's just going to do it. But yet he tells you, and the Democrats tell you, to save democracy, But it is not democracy for what he's doing, because when the majority of the citizens say, hey, okay, this is enough, we got enough of them, they still keep bringing them in or allowing them in. He's still fighting Greg Abbott here in Texas to try to remove the razor wire and all of that so they can come in very, very easily. They don't believe in democracy, the Democrats. Not at all. Once again, you know, they're trying their best to try to prevent Donald Trump from actually even becoming a president, because they know they can't beat him at the ballot box, because even black folks are saying, hey, man, I'm going to vote for Trump. Or they say, hey, I'm not voting for now one of them. I'm just going to sit it out. But at least and I told y'all this, hey, as long as you're not giving a vote to the Democrats. And the reason why I told y'all I have such, just focused energy on the Democrats, because I'm so sick and tired of what they have done to my people. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of my people voting for these people and don't get nothing. I'm sick of my people dancing to the polls, stroll to the polls and all of that. And that's all they do is stroll to the poll and get an I voted sticker, but they don't get nothing out of it. Now you strolled to the polls, you danced, you did all that mess during the election. And then now the migrants getting all the resources that's supposed to go to black Americans in your own neighborhoods. They're putting migrants in black people's neighborhoods. They put in migrants in schools that was closed in black communities in Chicago. When black people want the schools back open, they said no. But for the migrants, they have opened it wide up. Don't care about black people. Don't even care about Americans. Let me tell you something. The Democrat Party at this point, they're really just being not only anti-black, but they're being just anti-American. They say screw democracy. They say screw the American people, what they want. Screw them about their tax dollars. We're not worrying about them. We're going to do whatever we want because we are the authoritarian Democrats. We are not about democracy. We're going to lie and say save democracy by voting for us, but you're not saving democracy. You're going to continue authoritarianism with the Democrat Party and Joe Biden in particular. You vote for Joe Biden, you're going to have another 4 years of migrants coming in. They're coming in a way I have never seen before. We always had people come to the border, but they are literally storming the border. This is literally an invasion. They're invading this country. And my problem, and I'm going to continue to say what my problem is with it, is all these military age men showing up at the border and being let in. Not women and children, men. In my opinion, they need to put a law right now to say no more men could come here through that southern border. Women and children, that's one thing, but not men. Them men need to go to their homeland and fix their homeland. They women and children got to leave because they didn't provide a homeland for them. They need to shut down the border. Literally, it needs to be shut down. This is way too much. So why would we go out and vote for Democrats? Black folks, let me tell you something. Black people are very invested into America, just as much as white people are. And let's call it what it is. Black people and white people got a lot in common with that. We are the only two groups that will be hurt the most by all these other groups and what they're doing and what they're taking away. Black and white people have the most to lose if something happens to America. See, these other groups of people that come in from these different homelands, if this country get in trouble, all of them gonna leave because they left their homeland. So why would they hunker down and help with the country they at, right? They're not gonna do that. If America get in trouble, they all gonna be fleeing out of here because they have a fleeing culture. This is why, as black Americans and white Americans, that listen, we got our issues and problems, but some of that we may have to put to the side for a little bit to deal with this issue that's going to hurt the both of us. Because this migrant crisis is going to hurt whites and blacks. Big time. But see, the issue I have with white America is that y'all were cool for way too long, things happening to us. And as long as it wasn't happening to you, you're like, I ain't care. It's not my business. I don't care. Like that, right? But then now when it's touching, I told y'all a long time ago, white America, they perfect oppression, discrimination, thievery, and everything else on us. Then once they perfect it on us, they coming after you. Because you are not immune to oppression. You're not immune to thievery. You're not immune to gentrification, because it's going to be coming to your neighborhoods too. You think it's only going to be in black neighborhoods? Oh, no. They're going to gentrify you too. And you're going to be complaining about you can't. Listen, you're already complaining now. You're complaining you can't afford homes. You can't afford food. Inflation is high. 3 times the rent wherever you move, right? So many white people are complaining. Go on TikTok. White people are crying about what's happening to them, saying they can't afford anything. Sounds like black people, literally. So white people, what are you going to do in the election? Are you going to go out and vote Democrat too? It's not just black Americans that vote Democrat now. Now, based on the numbers, half of you vote Republican, half of you vote Democrat. But those white Americans that vote Democrat, are you going to go vote for Joe Biden? Are you going to vote for him? Are you going to bring in, because trust me, you go out there, white America, and you go vote Democrat, you're going to have migrants coming to a home near you, because they're going to be knocking on your door and say, hey, can I be let into your house? It's already happening in New York. It's going to start happening to you. You want more of that? Because listen, black America don't want more of it. We're like, nah, man, we good. We are good, bro. We are cool. We are awesome. We don't need it. Y'all have to all get in unison to say no more sanctuary cities. That should be illegal. But it's going to take black people and white people saying the same thing. Because blacks and whites got a lot to lose with what's happening in this country right now. And Biden don't care. Biden will get out of office and he going to go live his life and be comfortable. While you, as white Americans and black Americans, as the both of us, is going to be dealing with the fallout, all this mess. Because all this stuff that's happening, importing all these different people, not vetting them, don't know where they come from, don't know if they let them out from the insane asylum, you don't know if they let them out of the prisons, they empty their prisons. We don't know anything. This is going to come to a head in a bad way, what they doing in this country, man. And black folks and white folks who got the most vested interest in America need to say, hey, look, we all got to be cool be cool at least for 5 minutes. And we all got to be in one accord about this migrant situation, because this is way too much. All Democrats need to go, all of them. Because they all to me, this is undermining America. All these Democrats and what they're doing with this situation. This is undermining. Joe Biden trying to go start another war. He's bombing people in the Middle East. Didn't even talk to his Democrat lawmakers about it. They even upset about it. He's doing whatever he wants to do. And you know good and well Joe Biden would draft your children into a military draft. He would do it. He has no problem sending your children to war. Y'all really need to think coming up in this election in 2024. Democrats doing all this fear mongering. I don't fear no Donald Trump. I don't fear anything. If I need to fear something, it's y'all. Fearing y'all getting us into a world war. Fear y'all, destabilizing America, literally importing the third world, because that's what you're doing. That's not a bunch of doctors and lawyers coming across that border. That's not a bunch of surgeons. That's not a bunch of neuroscientists. That's not a bunch of inventors coming across that border. They're not sending the top of their country across that border. We're going to have a problem. But y'all keep voting Democrat, black and white folks. Keep voting Democrats. You will see. Listen to Boulay Martin and Angela Rye and Tiffany Cross and, Andrew Gillum. Listen to them if you want to. Go ahead. All them people I mentioned, they're not going to be affected. You will. Because they got enough money to insulate themselves from the problem. Y'all got to really think about this mess going on in this country. This is getting bad. They literally ruining New York City. Ruining that city. It's a big mess because Biden won't do his job and secure the border because he wants an open border and everybody can just come across. The next Congress that come in, y'all have to demand, hey, We got asylum. We need to end that. That needs to be ended. No. If you come across that border illegally, no asylum. Immediate deportation. Period. We don't hear nothing about no court. You didn't come through here the right way, so it's immediate deportation. You're out. We don't want to hear nothing. We have this problem. Go to somewhere else with that. We got enough we got to deal with right here in America. But a lot of black people are, seeing, hey, they see what's going on. They see. That's why I'm paying attention to all this stuff's going on with Trump, with these cases and all of that. I'm watching all that or whatever. And all that's quite interesting. You're hearing more and more things come out. And these prosecutors and lawyers have been meeting at the White House. Biden say he had nothing to do with it. But then with finding Willis and her drama going on in Atlanta right now is coming out that she have an affair with a special prosecutor. Well, the special prosecutor sent her a bill that he had to go to the White House twice. What is he doing at the White House? Talking with Biden. Figuring out ways to try to get Trump. Like, everybody see that mess, man. Everybody see it. But America, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. This migrant thing is going to be the undoing of America.